What you doing, boys?
Looking at cars.
That one's nice.
He'll never get financing.
Even now with his new job?
I can help him get financing.
Really?
Sure, just call 1-800-BAR-NONE. 1-800-BAR-NONE's helped over 5 million people with bad credit get a car.
1-800-BAR-NONE? You can. I am. Really?
You're cute.
And I got a car. Need car financing? Call 1-800-BAR-NONE. Do it! Everyone deserves a second chance, bar none. Call now.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ricci. I invite you to come and advertise with us. We get thousands of hits a day, so I want to thank you. Thank you for supporting the Westchester News. If it's Westchester, we're there. We're everywhere. The Westchester News. We're there for the people of Westchester County.
These cuts are going to have an effect on the quality of life.
I feel like Yonkers is less safe as a result of these cuts.
If I'm telling you that it's going to have an impact on, the level of service that we can provide, you answer that question.
My name is Hugh Fox, I'm president of Local 628 Yonkers Firefighters. We're here today at this press conference because it brings a very, very sad day to the Yonkers firefighters. Devastating to hear what the mayor had put out earlier at his press conference, where we're going to be closing down a fire company. We're going to be laying off physically 6 firefighters, 6 men losing their jobs, 19 demotions, demotions being fire lieutenants becoming firefighters. Along with that, they're going to eliminate fire prevention. They're going to eliminate the safety division. They're going to eliminate the special ops that does hazmat runs throughout the cities and NBC runs throughout the city, which is nuclear, biological, and chemical. We're going to lose communications. This is a devastating day in the city of Yonkers, and the bottom line, and we want the people out there to know, cuts kill. There is no other way to say it. Cuts kill. When you eliminate a fire company, it takes a longer response time to get to where we have to go. You see the people out here today. These are lives you're playing with. These are families you're playing with. It's wrong. It's utterly wrong, and the firefighters here today are very, very saddened by this. We want the public to know. We want the public to be there for us. Let them know, and let them know up front. We've been there for you. Be there for us now. Get a hold of the mayor. Make those phone calls that have to be made. Replace what we're being devastated by. To shut down and eliminate a fire company, to shut down and eliminate fire prevention that does the administrative operation throughout the city, to shut down safety division for the safety and welfare of these firefighters that you see in front of you. It's wrong. It's wrong. Cuts kill.
Departments and all the others together because they really are very small departments and small monetary value. But in the police department there will be 11 layoffs and there will be 9 vacancies that will not be filled. In the fire department there will be 7 layoffs, 6 firefighters, 1 non-firefighter, 1 administrative position, 22 vacancies that exist now. 20 of them are firefighters, 2 are fire officers, and in order to backfill the majority of those and eliminate the overtime that must be spent on those, 19 lieutenants will be demoted to firefighter. In the Department of Public Works, there will be 46 layoffs, and there are 7 vacancies that will not be filled, and there will be 7 demotions. And throughout the other smaller departments in the city, there will be 12 layoffs, as you can see, 6 vacancies, and an additional 2 demotions, totaling the 76 full-time employees who will lose their jobs as a result of it.
Yes, Mayor, which is the fire company that's going to be eliminated and where's that located?
I know people have asked me who's going to be laid off. Not only would I not tell you that right now, because obviously I'm not telling anyone until that person knows.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, with the elimination of bulk pickups, are there any other alternatives for the homeowners who are going to be dumping their sofas and refrigerators and things like that? And where do you anticipate they'll dump them?
Well, we're hoping they, don't take this as a suggestion, we're hoping you don't find the emptiest lot or the biggest neighbor's property to dump them on. They can still bring them to the recycling center down on Sawmill River Road.
May I, Coney?
Yes.
Hi. Being that Yonkers is the 4th largest city in Westchester County,
Well, actually the fourth largest in the state.
I mean in the state.
Yes.
I'm sorry. With the citizens getting mugged and killed on the streets, now, how can you assure the citizens their safety with these budget cuts?
Well, first of all, let me kill a bad premise, pardon the pun, that we have this city that crime is out of control, and we are one of, and the most recent statistics by the FBI cited that we are one of the safest large cities in the United States, have been for years and continue to be, and violent crime once again is down to this date in our year. This perception that we're going to have people being knocked off walking around our streets in broad daylight on a regular basis hasn't been true and is not about to be true.
Recently, there was, just one.
We're not getting into it back and forth.
No, I just wanted to ask him because maybe he's not aware of it. Recently, a man named Rossando was on the news. He was attacked by about 12 youths between the ages of 12 and 16 that viciously attacked him with bats and a hockey stick. I mean, this is a recent incident. How can you stop these incidents like this from happening?
Just so you know, that happened without the reductions. So crime happens. If somebody wakes up one day and decides to kill somebody, they're probably going to kill somebody. This perception that it's the Old West is absolutely not true, and it will not be true.
And Yonkers police have now arrested a local teenager in a drive-by shooting that left the victim in critical condition this week. 18-year-old Akil Williams is charged with assault and criminal possession of a weapon. That shooting happened Tuesday night at the corner of Walnut Street and Maple Street, one of 2 drive-bys in the city of Yonkers on this very same night. It is not clear just what the motive was. And this is David Green. He's now charged in a deadly shooting in Yonkers last month, all over a driver going too fast through that man, the victim's neighborhood. Sean Goodwin, the victim, shouted at Green, telling him to slow down. They argued, and then Green later returned with a gun and opened fire, allegedly. An off-duty officer spotted Green by chance at a Yonkers scrap metal yard where he worked and wound up making the arrest.
This area has been targeted by crime lately very rapidly, and increasingly more violent crimes are developing in this area. I think that it has no precedent from before. Something needs to be done. Police cannot be taken away from this area. We need more protection. As you can see, this is a very diverse area, residents, private residents as well as buildings.
What has been done to apprehend these individuals?
Well, I called 911 with the help of a citizen that was passing by, as I said, who stayed with me until the police arrived, and they did stop a group of teenagers. Actually, it was a group of teenagers right around the corner, like 1 block away from where the incident happened, like 15 minutes after that. Which was kind of surprising to me because they just stayed there like nothing happened by the church that is located at that corner. I was not able to identify any of my attackers at the moment because...
And what's scary about it is that these are children trying to take your life.
Exactly, without no reason, without any kind of respect, consideration, absolutely not. I'm not a kid. I don't look like a kid or anything like that. I'm a 40 years old man, and there is no reason. I was just walking back to my house, and with no reason, just for them to attack me, just brutally, viciously, as they did it, just because they feel like it.
And they're still walking the streets.
And they are still walking the streets, unfortunately, because there was no identification possible. I think that in those cases, maybe the police should be taking some different approach. Because if the victim is telling them, well, I think that that is the one who attacked me, they should pay attention to that and make sure that they are keeping in records the information about those individuals. Because because of the shock, it's impossible to recognize them or pinpoint them at the very moment. But when we get to our senses, the victims can clearly think and then recognize and pinpoint the individuals who did it.
And then they should have questioned the youth.
Exactly.
They should have taken the youth in, questioned them, find out what they're doing out at that hour.
Exactly.
And why they're roaming the streets.
Exactly.
In packs like that.
Exactly, like that, and flashing those sticks.
What were their nationality?
Oh, well, they were African American descendants. I think all of them. All of them were African Americans. Yeah.
And what they were yelling out obscene slurs to you?
Yeah, between when they reach me is when they start to say all kind of profanities, including racial slurs and things like that. Then it was shocking. Yes, the police stopped the group of teenagers who attacked me, and but I was not able to identify them at the moment because I was in shock. The individual who did attack me has changed his clothes and to avoid being recognized, and that confused me. Definitely, he was successful at that. And because
so the youth that beat you with the hockey
yes.
stick, that individual,
he was there.
He was there.
Yes.
And what you noticed about him is that he changed his clothes.
Yes.
And his demeanor became sweet and nice
exactly.
in front of the police.
Exactly.
But he was a vicious beast?
Definitely was very viciously. The first thing that when I turned back after being hit by the first time it was to ask, why are you attacking me? Why are you hitting me? And then he started just insulting me and keep beating me. And then all what I could do at that moment was to protect myself with my arms, because he was hitting my head, targeting my head viciously and repeatedly. Yes,
with all his might.
Exactly.
And
yeah, he was trying to kill me.
What kind of face did he have? Like a hatred face?
Yes, definitely. It was unexplainable, and I was surprised. And that's why I asked him, "Why are you attacking me? There is no reason." And then, obviously, this person was not reasoning at all. He was just trying to murder me without any reason, without any provocation.
How old is this individual?
I would say 16 years old.
About 16?
Yeah, he is approximately 160 pounds, skinny. He was also 5.5 feet 9, something like that, approximately that.
Was he dark skin or light?
Yes, no.
Very
African American. Not as dark as one can think of African Americans, but he was
like
pretty dark. A little bit lighter.
Skin?
Yeah.
And what did the police do when you realized that was the teen that was beating you?
Then I told the police, I'm sure that I think that I think that was the one who hit me from behind, the one who reached me with the hockey stick and keep beating me, because I saw his face pretty clearly, although his demeanor has changed and he changed his clothes and everything. I did recognize him, but they told me that if I was not 100% sure, they could not arrest him. And definitely that was the group of individuals who attacked me.
Did the police take this teen's name? Did they take all the teen's names?
I don't know about that, because when I told them that I couldn't precise who has been the one who attacked me, they opted for taking me to the hospital because I was bleeding. They a group of police stay with the kids out there, but I understand from the office of the council that no arrest was made. But I have tried to follow up with the corresponding detectives to see if there has been any kind of development in the case, and I have not been able to get in touch with any of the detectives that they say are the only one who can do anything about it.
They haven't gotten back to you yet?
No, absolutely not. I gave them my telephone number and they told me that they are at the precinct number 3, the 2 officers who help me at the moment. Yes.
Okay. And the officers that helped you, they were patrolmen, they were in uniform?
Yes, the officers who were assisting me at that moment were wearing uniform, but there was also a gentleman, I think that he was a higher rank, driving a regular car, who I think he was who was the one conducting the investigation at the moment. He was talking to the kids at that moment. Yes.
Right. And how are you feeling now after this?
Well, I'm very, very concerned about my safety, and I'm very concerned about the safety of all our citizens in our community. I realize how vulnerable we are without police protection. It's a horrible feeling. You can see all your future, all your dreams fly right in front of you just because of the will of these individuals.
And these are children.
And these are children, that's the worst part.
What is the protocol for the police, like those children that attacked that man Rosando? And there was a group of children and he was hit on the head and he was a little shocked. And he was not able to identify them for sure. What is the protocol? Do the police officers take these children's names and then follow up with Rosando?
If somebody identifies them as being involved in the crime, police will take their names. If any child is interviewed, they'd be interviewed with a parent present. We would look for witnesses. We would do a canvass. We would look for if there's any security video in the area. We're done. We're done. Thank you.
But you didn't answer the question,
Ma'am, I tried to answer the question, and you just keep going around in circles.
No,
it's a hypothetical. If the guy cannot identify... One second. If the guy cannot... Can I speak for a second? If the guy cannot identify the person, then the person goes free.
But the man was hit on the head.
I just answered your question.
But these kids are still on the street to do this to someone else, Commissioner. Just one question.
No.
These budget cuts.
You're going to ask questions like a normal member of the press.
It's the way that they're sidestepping him. I'm trying to explain.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not.
You started to follow him out into the hallway with the camera.
No, I didn't even move. What are you talking about?
I saw you.
Come on. Oh, come on. Don't manipulate me.
We're happy to have you here.
I appreciate being here. I'm national press. I have the right to be here.
Well, why don't you conduct yourself like the rest of the press corps?
I do.
Okay. You're badgering people and follow-up questions.
Where did I
ask
badger
a question,
anybody?
You get an answer.
All right. Tell me, I'm badgering people because of what I asked.
If he doesn't answer the question the way that you want him to, it doesn't mean you didn't get an answer to the question, Barbara.
But the people asked me to ask that question. I'm here to inform the people of
Yonkers. You're welcome to come here. I just ask that you conduct yourself the same way that the rest of the press corps does.
I do.
Okay. I'm not talking about your work ethic. I know you work hard.
You know, I mean, I'm just discussing something about the streets of Yonkers, about someone who was attacked by children. Okay. These children are still running ragged on the streets of Yonkers. If this could happen to someone else.
You can ask a question, you get an answer, but don't badger the people you're asking.
Tell me how I badgered.
Well, it's kind of like this back and forth right now. You know, you get a question, you get an answer.
We're having a conversation.
Okay.
That's not badgering.
All right.
Okay, it's a conversation. Am I right?
Are we done?
Okay.
such a great service. It's going to be very sad if we have to have cutbacks. It'll be very sad if we lose if anybody is injured or possibly loses a life because of the shortage or because of cutbacks. I'm just hoping and praying that everything will work out for the best for the people of the city of Yonkers and for the members of the Yonkers Fire Department. This is a devastating day in the city of Yonkers, and the bottom line, and we want the people out there to know, cuts kill. There is no other way to say it. Cuts kill.
Firefighter. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Fireman.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Firefighter.
You're watching the Westchester News, online all the time.